What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we are diving into a new track from Louis Tomlinson. Now, he just did his Away From Home festival, which from what I can tell online, major success, and I'm so proud of him for having that moment. You guys know I love his career so much. I love his influences, and just kind of getting to see what he does with his solo work has been really fun to me, especially since you could hear, especially in his writing styles in One Direction, you can hear like a lot of his influence come to life. So when we get full projects from Louis Tomlinson, I'm always especially stoked. So in today's video, we're checking out the song Change. Now, this was the new track that he debuted here, and the mood around the internet right now is that this is a really good idea of what LT2 is going to sound like. I've been hyping up the idea of LT2 for a while now, and it's just gonna be really incredible. I feel like as we're getting more rollouts from Louis, that's gonna be what comes next, is LT2, and I'm super excited, especially as a giant fan of Walls. I'm excited to see what he does when he doesn't have so much management trying to tell him what to do. You know, he's got to do it the Tomo way. So before we get to today's video, I just want to plug my Patreon. I have so much One Direction related content over there, like the This Is Us movie, which was fucking awesome. I did San Siro. I've done behind the scenes. I've done so much stuff, as well as all their albums as full uncut album reactions. So if you're interested in checking all of those things out and just supporting the channel, link is in the description. The link to the original video of this will be in the description as well, so you guys can go support the channel that posted it. But I'm hyped. I am going to throw my headphones on here. Oh yeah. And I'm really excited to see what this sounds like. I have absolutely no idea, and that's the best way to go into these things.
Not this time, but the time before. Originally, I thought I might have an audience to be able to play it to and get a feeling from it. So that's what I've done with this next one. It's a new one. Yeah, this is a new song. It's called Change. It's going on the new album.
Oh, he said it. New song, new album. Now, we also got, the last time he did his live stream moment, we got a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. So there's two tracks that we can expect on this album.
Chi parla eccesso.
An entire mood already.
It's easy to see.
I love the fact that the more and more that we get of Louis, like his own style, the more and more we get of that little bit of like Britpop 90s rock influence, something that I know he's a huge fan of. And so it's cool whenever more and more times that we hear them, that all is coming to life.
We were just getting by. We were complete. It hasn't been long.
Woo!
That I've been away. I don't know why. Everything's changed. Kids inside. We're still the kings of the Friday night.
Whoa!
Silver streets in the neon signs.
We're still the kids of the Friday night, silver streets and neon signs. Man, getting old sucks, doesn't it, Louis? It sucks.
Everything's changed. Kids inside. We're still the kings of the Friday night. Silver streets in the neon signs. Everything's changed outside. Sometimes I wonder why. If you need, you can call on me.
Woo!
I'll be the friend you need. Everything's changed outside, but I feel the same inside.
I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps from that line right there. I gotta tell you, I know that some of you are younger, some of you may even be older than I am, but there is, ooh, damn, there is so much of an impact that that lyric has. Everything's changed outside, but I feel the same inside. So as you get older, it certainly feels like the world around you obviously is constantly changing, shifting, evolving, but so is your body, like your physical aspects as well. But everything kind of going on in your life is always changing and elevating. You know, I'm not the same kid outside skateboarding that I was when I was 12 because my body physically can't do it anymore. But as you're making all these changes in your life, it's crazy because I always thought, like, when I was young, I thought that like 30 was old, and I thought like 25 was old, and like 40 was old. And it's crazy because when you get to those moments, especially if you're very passionate about things like that keep you young, I think music is a really great thing for that. But you keep hitting these milestones. Like, I'm 30 years old and I still feel like I'm 17. Like, it's crazy to me how you can have that impact in your life. So one, I can look at it from that aspect. Two, Louis can look at it from his massive change. You know, he was this massive star in One Direction at such a young age, and it's really hard to get that level of status right away. And, you know, with One Direction and then with them going on to solo work and things like that, that passion for music is still there. But as those things grow and fade away, you still have that love, even if it's not necessarily connected in those ways anymore as it was. And I think that you can relate this lyric to so many things, but this is what I love about Louis Tomlinson, especially when he's writing. He writes music that is so relatable. Like Walls is such a relatable album, but I just want to go back and hear that one more time, because if it gives you goosebumps on first listen, it deserves a re-listen.
Sometimes I wonder why. If you need, you can call on me. I'll be the friend you need. Everything's changed outside, but I feel the same inside. Kids are alright.
No!
They used to be me. Always losing our minds out on the street. A trip down memory lane. The houses all look the same. There's different names on the gates, and all the people have changed. Oh, it's such a shame. Nothing stays the same.
Oh my God. It's such a shame that nothing stays the same. It's one of those moments where you have to be able to embrace that change and find a way to adapt to your new surroundings. And I'm not good at this, and I imagine a lot of people aren't. I get very nostalgic about things, and when I go and I drive around, like I grew up in Houston and also in Las Vegas, and when I go and I drive around those areas and it's all different, it feels like part of my history is being like written over by what's new and what's to come. And that's just life in the way it is. And Louis Tomlinson is just addressing that right here, like walking down the streets and all the houses look the same, but all the names have changed because as he's growing up, everything around him is constantly changing. And it just brings me back to that point. You just got to, you have to find a way to embrace those things, but it is not easy.
Is inside. Still the kids at the Friday nights. The silver streets and the neon signs. Everything's changed outside. Sometimes I wonder why. If you need, you can call on me.
Woo!
I'll be the friend you need. Everything's changed outside. I feel the same inside. Realize we get another life. Always overanalyze. I know it'll be alright. Still got the it's time to realize we get another life. Always overanalyze. It'll be alright.
I love when he does his little finger pointing when he sings, because that's, well, I mean, I do that same thing. So hi, Louis. But more than that, you can just tell that that's him just spitting his facts. That's him just giving us his moment. He's just coming in with it, spitting bars of life and how to live it and how to navigate it and how to stay positive through it. Because if I could say one thing about Louis Tomlinson's music, I could say actually a lot of things. But if I could say one thing, it's that positive drive that he always has in his lyricism that really brings us to a point to just appreciate and love our lives and what we do have. Even though like Louis's been through a lot, especially with like the loss of family and stuff, like the dude's been through it. He may be this massive, you know, celebrity and one of the biggest bands, but again, like I say on this channel all the time, you got to humanize these people because they're fucking human at the end of the day. That's why his lyricism, I feel like, just radiates with a lot of us because it's relatable. I'm gonna learn this song. Woo! Good guitar riff right there. Oh, and that bass. We're gonna get so much of this sound in LT2, and I literally can't wait for it. He's got a great live band too. Solid fucking guitar work right there. Woo! Oh man. I need that studio version right now. Although, I'm not going to lie, the live version was a perfect way to hear that. I think the hard thing about the live versions is that, especially when they're recorded on cell phones, it's sometimes hard to pick up just every part of the lyricism. While you can feel the emotional impact of it, you can't always get every single lyric. I'm sure someone probably has the lyrics to this already written out, so I'm going to have to go find those. But I'm really proud of Louis here. So, it's very hard to debut new tracks when you go to play live. Just because typically when you're going to play live, you're cycling through and you're doing an album cycle. So you're usually playing like, you know, some of the old tunes that people love and then some of the newer tracks off the album. But you're not usually just debuting every song. People do this, but I said do. People do this, but not often. And the thing that's cool about Louis, as well as like just some of these massive artists, is they can debut a song and people are just so psyched to hear new music. I definitely feel like this live setting for this was perfect. The first time I saw him do this was with Copy of a Copy, and I was actually genuinely stoked because it seemed like the hype on the internet was crazy after he dropped that track, which is fucking awesome. I just love that he still gets all that love and support and continues to grow as an artist. I am hoping that we get Louis playing a little bit of guitar on the new album, since I can see that he's been practicing. He's my inspiration because I'm also always practicing, and it's very easy to it's very easy to like step away. But when he posts his photos that he's still playing, I'm like, all right, I gotta do better about playing. So anyways, glad that it seemed like the crowd was really here for that. And I'm glad that he can debut a new song live and people are stoked. That's cool. This track is definitely a mature sound from him. Walls has a mature sound as well, but there's something about the lyricism in this that makes me feel like LT2 is going to have a lot of reflective moments. And I'm ready for that. You know, as someone who is a little bit older, I'm not old, but I am a little bit older than I think the general crowd. I feel like when I hear lyricism like this about growing up and accepting that change and accepting that growing up moment, I get really just, I guess, happy because I feel like I'm heard. I feel like I can connect with those lyrics. I feel like it's something that I still struggle with on a daily basis. I still struggle with it in therapy. The idea of getting older just sucks sometimes. And you wake up and you're like, oh my God, everything's different. Oh, I don't know any of these things, whatever. And Louis is basically embracing that and coming to terms with it in this song. Now, this can go numerous ways. Like I said, I really do think it's about life. That seems to be what he writes from, is the perspective of life. But it could totally also be about just that musical growth as well and that musical career. But I am definitely sticking to a very personal side with this song. The guitar work is great. I can't wait to hear what the studio version sounds like with that guitar like solo and the different riffs. The bass sounded really cool. The drums were sick. He has a great live band, and it's really cool that he was able to put this on, debut this song, and people are fucking stoked. He deserves that. He deserves that. We're all ready for LT2. You guys know whenever he finally drops it. I hope it's this year, but I don't know. I mean, we're getting close. It's September, so maybe he drops it in the fall or early next year, but we're doing a full uncut album listening party because I fucking I just love Louis, and I want to hear more and more and more. I want to hear this Britpop 90s rock sound coming out from him. I think it's a perfect lane for him. I think his vocals match it so well. And this is a really great example of Louis spitting facts and giving us the love and appreciation for us and for life and for the fans. And thank you for continuing to give us a positive navigation through life. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of Louis' new track. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.